is Austin Jackson. Shot this deer in Kalamazoo County on November 15th, 2020. So basically just started out as a normal deer camp, doing our normal poker night and hang out, sleep over, wake up in the morning with a big breakfast. Didn't really feel too good about the day. It was rained all night, kind of real windy in the morning, but I mean, we're sitting in enclosed blinds, so everything's good. So get out, get set up a little later than normal, but it's all good. Got set up in the blind, daylight hit, and started seeing some deer filter through. Probably had 4 or 5 does, fawns come through. Little broken off spiker came and chased them all out of there. Getting a little later in the morning, probably 9 o'clock. Didn't think I was going to see very many more deer, but had a nice wide 8-pointer come running through, checking some scrapes, slashing his antlers up in the trees. Moved on. Then shortly after that, it started to just downpour. Raining, blowing, everything. I thought the day was just gonna kind of go south from there. Get bored and start eating my lunch, and then start looking down at my phone to set fantasy football lineups, and I just so happened to peek my head up and I just saw big antlers running through the field right in the pouring down rain. He was in the field probably 120, 130 yards away, and then all of a sudden, just there he is. And he bolted back into the woods, and I had to make a decision right there on which one of my 4 windows I want to put down and hope he gives me a shot to come through. So I ended up opening up my side window, and I had my gun there ready and just kind of waited, and all of a sudden I actually saw a little scuffer buck come running through, and then shortly after that another scuffer buck come running through, and I figured, oh, he's after these guys. So I got ready and waited for him, and sure enough, here he comes. Monster, just all you could see was antlers through the brush, and he stepped out, and I gave a quick hey, and got him to stop and pulled the trigger. Didn't really know he was as big as he was until we got up to him, but I called my grandpa right away. It's the first person I always call, just because I know he's always going to be excited. And he told me to wait 15-20 minutes, and I did not want to wait 15-20 minutes with the way that rain was going. I think I ended up hopping down in about 10, and the blood trail wasn't the greatest. I know it was probably washed away from the rain a little bit, but I had watched where he went down, and he ran almost directly to the neighbor's property line. So I was a little worried about that because there's a creek right there, and I didn't have to drag him across the creek. But so following him, following the trail, and I'm just kind of looking around at this point. I started losing blood. We're getting in a bit of a swampy area. My feet are sucking in 6-10 inches, and I'm just kind of took a break to kind of look, and then all I saw was just big antlers in the ground, and I was just like, oh my gosh, thank you, Lord, for letting him not go across that creek. He was 5 yards away from hopping a creek and going on the neighbor's property. I would have been able to recover him anyway, but man, it was something else.
What did he measure?
He ended up measuring 163 7/8. So he's currently number 9 all time in Kalamazoo County, in commemorative bucks of Michigan.
Have you ever seen that buck before on camera?
So we started getting pictures late September last year, and it was only at night. Never saw him in the day. He never came around the blind that I was in. So I picked him up on a different camera, probably 200 yards away, but the blind I was at, he never came over there, and my grandpa never saw him from the house. So we got right place, right time. Just happy I picked my head up out of my phone.